What's going on, everybody? Aggro here. It's finally time for the return of the team fight breakdown. Look, after HRX, the action was just so good, I needed a couple months to, or a couple weeks rather, to kind of get myself mentally ready. But finally excited to bring this series back to you guys. We're going to start it off with this semifinal. It's NRG versus RivaL. Immediately, I could tell there were going to be moments from this set that I wanted to break down in depth. And this game 2 ended up being the game that I really liked the most. This one, NRG gets off to a pretty good start, but ultimately end up losing. And I've picked out 3 plays here. The first 2 are moments where NRG are winning the team fights and doing one thing in particular really, really well. That third option, things don't go exactly like they did the first 2 times. NRG end up losing that team fight and losing the game because of it. And I think that there's a pretty obvious answer as to why that happened. But I want to break it down for you guys. So this is the first play I have picked out for you. It's early on here in game 2. This is a big play from NRG. I'll let you watch it before I break it down.
Check, but nice little tether from Deathwalker. He had his passive all the way stacked for the damage mitigation.
Look at that play by RivaL. They held that red buff to baited NRG, and here they reap the benefit. Wolfie gets one kill, but backside, watch out for the rotation.
Oh, he did. Maniac was there for the cleanup. Nice damage coming out of him. He rotated between the tier 1 and tier 2. He finds a double kill onto Wolfie. Raffer sacrifices his life for the greater good, but the tower takes out.
All right, so there's the first clip. That's a great play from Raffer to blink up and over Kalas's taunt. That's the big one right there, wherever Raffer is able to get up and over what Kalas and the rest of RivaL want to do. And Maniac coming around the backside, he starts his rotation so early that he ends up there at the perfect moment. But overall, the takeaway for me from this play is that everyone from RivaL is looking at Raffer when the rest of his team wants to be aggressive. Let's wind it back to the very beginning here so you can take a look at exactly what I'm talking about. Raffer is going to walk up. Go ahead and play it slowly right here. Raffer's waiting for Kalas to engage onto him. Adapting and Yaman are going to get zoned away, kind of hit by this taunt that Kalas throws out there. But pause it right here. Where are Vote and Wolfie looking? At Raffer. Where did all of the skills go from RivaL onto Raffer? The fact that Raffer lives this long doesn't actually even matter. The fact that he absorbed Kraken, Whirlpool, and Heavenly Banner has already put this team fight off to a great start for NRG. By the way, right now, take a look at your mini-map. Where is Maniac? He's all the way by mid-Harpies right now. That rotation from Maniac to get here for this red buff invade started about 10 seconds ago at this point, and it's still not going to be another 5 to 10 seconds until he ends up making an impact. That's so much forethought from Maniac, and it's a big reason why this engagement goes NRG's way, but mostly, in my mind, it's Raffer absorbing all these cooldowns. Go ahead and play it slow motion here as we look. Again, now that all these cooldowns are down, even Vote's dash is onto Raffer. He falls, but now adapting in Yaman and ML all. Pause it right here. Near full HP. Yaman's taking a lot of damage because he's sitting in the Whirlpool that was, again, meant for Raffer, but he's absorbing everything else, but it's only auto attacks from Vote. It's only auto attacks from Wolfie in the back end of that Whirlpool. Everything else has already been absorbed by Raffer. Adapting and ML, both completely full HP. Go ahead and play it again in slow motion. Yaman ends up getting a really nice ultimate, throwing Ice Ice Baby into the thick of the team and putting him very low HP. Maniac's gonna come and clean it up with a really nice kill underneath that tower. Yaman ends up kind of diving underneath that tower and being a little bit too greedy for a Rangda's mask stack later on in this team fight. But the big takeaway here that it's kind of go throughout the rest of this team fight breakdown. Raffer allowing everyone else on NRG to come in a little bit later when these skills are down. And a lot of it is due to Raffer, and a lot of it is due to the rest of NRG understanding that as soon as those cooldowns are down, they are allowed and able to play aggressive. Also, Maniac's perfectly timed rotation. The fact that Maniac and Raffer are playing so well as frontliners, and the space between Raffer and the backline is critical. And that'll come into play whenever we look at play 3. That's play number 1. Let's get you a look at play number 2. So right here is the second play. Wolfie has just Krakened Yaman that caught him off in the mid lane, but both Ice Ice Baby and Wolfie's ultimates are down. That's critical to this play. Also, take a look at the relic situation. Beads down on both Ice Ice Baby and Wolfie. Beads down on Emilito as well. So these characters are especially susceptible to what the other team wants to do. Very importantly though, Raffer's blink is up. That makes a big impact. Take a look at play number 2 before I break it down.
They don't have to worry about the Wrath of Terror from Raffer, and they're gonna go for this gold.
Wolfie is the objective secure guy. His Kraken is down. That's going to be an issue. Vote's the only one with an ultimate. When Emil, he stole it earlier in the week. Can he do it again? Right now, it's all about the team fight. Raffer left side controlled. Right side, Wolfie down.
Trying to find the damage mitigation with the Athena global pressure, but it wasn't enough. Vote falls as well. Emil is a monster. The pull coming from Raffers. Maniac finds a double kill. That's 3 dead members from RivaL, and now it's NRG's turn.
All right, so there you go. RivaL end up losing multiple members. The Gold Fury that it looked like was going to be theirs ends up going to NRG ultimately in this one. And I talked about the ultimates from Wolfie and Ice Ice Baby being down, but the big one in my mind that ends up being down and not even needed is the fact that Raffer doesn't have his ultimate. Take a look. Raffer, no ult right there for the Sylvanas, but he blinks in to do nothing. But that's what it looks like, but ultimately, it's to take pressure off of adapting. Go ahead and play it right now. You can speed it up a little bit until we get to where the engagement is about to happen. Raffer blinks in just to take the pressure away from adapting. Right here, go ahead and slow it down. Wolfie and the rest of RivaL are all looking at that Gold Fury. They know Emilito's here because of this ward coming around the back. And remember, he doesn't have beads. Go ahead and pause it right here. Right now, Raffer has just blinked in to do what? Throw a root onto Vote? Who cares? All it is about is that adapting is about to engage right there on that top left side, Harpies coming from the order side. Deathwalker is going to be looking at adapting, but Wolfie's attention gets immediately pulled by Raffer. And even more important than that, as does Ice Ice Babies, but Kalas uses abilities onto Raffer to try and peel him off of Vote. Vote's got purification beads. He may end up using them here because of Raffer's aggression. And all we're talking about right now is what Raffer is doing. Who cares? He doesn't even have ult. It's just there to distract, to allow adapting a free path in towards Wolfie, to allow Maniac, who again, coming in from the backside, just like he did in play number 1, right now, Maniac's all the way in mid lane. He's gonna be able to come in nearly unattended and make a big impact. Go ahead and play it slow motion here. Vote and Kalas. Look, Kalas uses taunt onto Raffer, pause it right here. What is adapting doing? He just got a big taunt and Deathbane right onto Wolfie and Deathwalker. Kalas and Vote are completely distracted. The biggest peel opportunity on RivaL was just used to peel away a Sylvanas that had nothing available. Oh, by the way, all this talk, we've said that Emilito is gonna be the one that's most vulnerable on energy, having his beads down. Another reason Raffer blinks in here is because look at where Emil is. Around the backside of his team fight, around the back of the Gold Fury, he was spotted on that ward. Normally, RivaL's just waiting for Emil to come around that corner, taunt, Whirlpool, dead. Can't really do that if Raffer just threw himself at you and kind of forced you to taunt him. Go ahead and play it again here in slow motion. Maniac comes in, perfect timing. Wolfie doesn't get any peel here at all except from Deathwalker and a Nemesis that isn't gonna really be able to do a lot. Kalas has to use the ultimate, just try and get in there and engage. But go ahead and pause it here again. Emilito now able to jump in, all the cooldowns are down. Raffer coming around the backside of this team fight to cut off the escape route is perfect positioning from him. Kalas has been a non-impact in this team fight because of the engagement that Raffer went with. Ice now forced out by adapting Zalt. This is picture perfect play from NRG. Using your frontliners to distract and allow your backline to make the impact. You can go ahead and finish this play off at normal speed because this is just a nice play all around from the rest of NRG. But again, it's Raffer blinking in, it's Maniac around the backside, and it's Emilito far away at the beginning of the engagement. That is critical, especially with his purification beads being down, being far away from everyone else. If you're gonna be hitting Raffer, you're not hitting Emilito. If you're gonna be hitting Yaman, you're not hitting Emilito. That's important, but that doesn't happen here in play number 3. All right, so this is the third play that we have picked out for you, the final one. The game goes on a little bit after this, but this is the turning point for RivaL. Look, RivaL's down 9,000 gold. NRG's got Fire Giant. They're pushing towards the Phoenix. RivaL, one of the best teams in the league at defending their own base from sieges on the opposing side. And this is a great example, as you can see how good they are at that. A couple key things that allow RivaL to come back into this team fight. And what we've seen NRG do in the first 2 clips so far in this video, allowing Raffer to be the front line, big space between him and ML and him and Yemen, Maniac there as well. That can't really happen underneath the Phoenix. That's why RivaL is able to take advantage. Take a look at what happens, then we'll break it down.
Because of Raffer's heal over time.
Yeah, there's 2 things that I'm not thrilled about with Team RivaL, none of which have to do with picks. but Wolfie's not thrilled about getting ulted by adapting. He'll have to slink back. Nice taunt. Collis grabs two. There's a Kraken just on Maniac. Everybody's looking at the Kraken, and they just can't deal.
Callis is able to run away under that left side. Phoenix still 5 members from NRG with Fire Giant for another 1 minute. It's going to start sieging their first Phoenix of the game. Minions are entering, so now here comes the extra damage.
10% on the bird right here. Jump back.
They're not going to finish it.
RivaL's looking for the fight.
Triple taunt.
Huge taunt. Where's the damage? Wolfie follows up. Collis gets a kill. Maniac is on his last breath. Collis takes it away.
So NRG end up losing 3, trying to siege that left side Phoenix. And what happened? Well, a couple different things. The beginning of this team fight starts off pretty well for NRG. You can go ahead and play it right here. It's adapting engaging instead of Raffer, but this is an okay engagement overall. Whenever it gets to that top side view, we get a really good look at what's happening. You can go ahead and slow it down right here. You actually pause it. Take a look at where Emil and adapting are compared to everyone else on NRG. Yes, Yemen and Maniac get double taunted. Getting double taunted, usually not a great way to take a team fight. But Yemen still had purification beat to this point. He's going to be able to stay safe overall, and it gets the Kraken wasted on Maniac. Look at the just set up front line right here. Raffer, Maniac, Yemen all together, forcing back the rest of RivaL, while Emilito, the Hunter, who wants to be farther back because of the range auto attacks, and adapting, who needs to be farther back because he just used his entire kit, are able to stay safe. No way that anyone from RivaL is hitting one of those two with an ability. Go ahead and play it slow motion here. Maniac again gets hit by that Kraken. A good shell timing though from Raffer. And look at how far back Emilito and Raffer are now, trying to heal up, and Raffer is going to be able to re-engage. Maniac's going to ult, Yemen transforms into Maniac, gets a second Kraken ult. RivaL does a good job of escaping. Everyone's able to get out very low HP. But here is the important moment. You can go and play it at regular speed. Look at the 2 ultimates available for RivaL. Kalas and Vote. No ults on the other side for NRG. You can slow it down right here. Actually pause it right here. Where is everyone from NRG? Stacked on top of one another. Deathwalker and Vote staying here makes this entire play. A lot of teams, if the call is to give up this Phoenix, will just back up, stay safe. You want to make sure that you don't get picked off because of some stray blink left over. NRG doesn't have any of those. Remember, adapting and Raffer both blink to start off this engagement. And like I said, no ults on NRG's side so far. This is NRG's fatal mistake. All 5 members on top of one another. And this is kind of the Achilles heel of some in-combat healing tricks, say like Sylvanas Wisps, where you want to be close to Raffer for as soon as that heal to come up, you want to be able to kind of sustain up. Here, it gets NRG baited. No front line whatsoever. Everyone's stacked on top of one another. Go ahead and play it in slow motion. Kalas going to utilize that ultimate that he still has and Vote, the real playmaker here, as you can play and see what happens. Vote uses that ultimate, slows everyone down. This actually makes Emilito use both of his relics. He still has Beads and Aegis at this point, so I kind of blocked you there. Sorry about that. Deathwalker comes in. Emil not having Aegis or Beads anymore. The group up from NRG to get all 5 hit by Vote's ult and then to run away as a unit is what ends up getting them picked off. If Raffer's on, if Raffer's a little bit deeper, even if it gets Raffer killed because of it, it's keeping space between your front line and your back line. It's making it so that Vote wants to hit Raffer instead of just hitting everybody with that ultimate, kind of allowing them to group up. NRG, as I mentioned, and going up and to lose this game, and a lot of it is because of this team fight. This is what kind of put the momentum back in RivaL's favor. This set went 5 games, folks. If NRG closed this one out, which I know they think they should have, probably never even gets to 5 games. RivaL end up going on to the final, and we'll see them later on whenever I do a team fight breakdown between them and the other finalist team, which we will break down next time. This has been Aggro doing one of these team fight breakdowns. If you want to have any suggestions for the other semifinal match, any team fights that stand out to you, go ahead and leave a comment or go ahead and tweet me at HighResAggro on Twitter. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.